Hello, happy and smart developers. Welcome to the coding board. This is series of UI technologies and we are going to learn div element in HTML5. Div element. The div tag usually has no specific semantic meaning by itself, simply representing a division, and is typically used for grouping within an HTML document. Let's understand this. The div tag defines section, or we can say div tag defines division in an HTML document. Now, we can consider the div tag as a container for HTML elements. Div tag can be considered as a container for HTML elements, and div tag is usually used for division in an HTML document. Now, once container is created, or we can say a document is grouped into different sections, then that element can be styled with the help of CSS or manipulated with JavaScript. So let me explain. See, suppose we have one HTML document. Okay, this HTML document will have different types of information, like images will be there, video will be there, then written content will be there, nothing but text. So to group all that data into different sections, we can make use of div tag. Div tag will work as a container for other HTML elements. Okay, and already we know why we use HTML, hypertext markup language, to format and to organize HTML document, and to apply behavior to normal text. Correct. So we to format one HTML document in different groups, or to organize content of one HTML document in different sections, we can make use of div tag, division 1 and division 2. Let me tell you, div tag is block level element. What is the meaning of block level element? The element which occupies complete width of HTML page. That element is considered as block level element. Okay, now let's move on. Any sort of content can be put inside the div tag. Just now I have explained, with the help of div tag we can create division, and div tag will work as a container for other HTML element. The div tag is easily styled by using the class or ID attribute. Now, div tag supports both global attribute as well as event attribute. So what is global attribute? What is event attribute? Let me tell you. Style, ID, class, name, label. These attributes we have learned in our previous sessions. So these attributes are global attributes. Okay. Now we need to understand what is event attribute. So let's understand what is event attribute. First, we need to understand what is event. Event is nothing but action. Event is nothing but action. Action can be click, submit, load, pressing key, releasing key. Let me tell you. See, we use mouse and keyboard to give input, correct? Mouse and keyboard. With the help of mouse, which actions we can perform? We can move our cursor, moving cursor, then clicking button of mouse, rolling scroll bar with the help of scroller. Correct. So based on this, there are few events in HTML. What are those? On click. Okay. Then we have mouse over. Okay. And with the help of keyboard, what actions we can do? We can press button, we can submit data after clicking on submit button, correct? We can release button. Once we press, then we release that button, correct? So based on this action, we have few attributes in HTML. What are those? On key up, on key up, on key down, on key press. Okay, so based on actions, based on these actions of keyboard and mouse, which are input devices, we have different events. See here, we have different events, or we can say event attributes in HTML5. Okay, so these actions can be represented with the help of event attributes of HTML5. Now, after execution of particular event, another action can be triggered in browser, like starting JavaScript function. This I will explain when we will start learning JavaScript. Okay, when we press key, then some action has to be performed by our browser. How action occurs, or how action trigger based on event, that we will learn in JavaScript series. Okay, just now we need to understand what is event and what is event attribute. Event is nothing but action, and event attribute is special attribute provided by HTML5, which represents particular action of keyboard, or we can say particular action of mouse. Okay, now let's move on. What is event attribute? That will learn in depth when we enter into series of JavaScript. Okay, just now I have explained. Now let's understand what is nesting of div element. Already we know very well nesting is very not technical word, it's simple English word. Nesting is nothing but, suppose this is one box. In this box I have another box. This is nesting. Correct. One box inside another box. This is nothing but nesting. Similarly, in div element, we can do nesting. Nesting of div element is nothing but one div element inside of another div element. To divide element in subsection, to divide elements in subsection, we use of nesting of div element. Now let's understand div tag practically. See here, already we have one HTML document. This is basic structure of HTML code. We have defined this document is of HTML5 version. Then here we have opening HTML. Then we have head section. In head section we have metadata which talks about character set, author and content. Then we have title of the document, learning div element of HTML5. Then we have body, opening and close, then closing HTML document. Now what I am doing, I am taking one div element. Already we have learned div is nothing but container for other HTML elements, or div tag is used to create group, or we can say section in HTML document. Okay, div opening and then we have div closing. Now here I am using one attribute, global attribute id. Id is equals to outer div. Okay, here in outer div I am taking one HTML element paragraph, opening paragraph and closing paragraph. Okay, now in paragraph what I am writing, this is main section. Okay, now what I am doing, inside outer div I am taking one more div tag. Okay, slash div, and here id is nothing but inner div. Okay, and in inner div I am taking one paragraph, paragraph opening, paragraph closing, and here this is subsection of main section. Okay, so let's save the code and check the output. Learning div.html. Now let's save the code and execute in browser. Wait for some time, it's taking time. Okay, here is our output. Let me increase the size. See, this is main section and this is subsection of main section. Okay, so this is our output. Now what I will do, I will give some style to paragraph of inner div. Style is equals to color blue. Here we go. Okay, now what I will do, in head section I will take style. See, this is inline style attribute. At line number 14 we have inline style attribute, and in head section at line number 7 we have internal style attribute. Okay, so hash outer div, in outer div we have color orange and background color is blue, semicolon. Save the code and refresh. Here I need to do some changes. I will take red color. See, so what is happening in outer div? Outer div having two things. One is paragraph, and inside outer div we have another div element. Okay, so this outer div related style will be applied on both inner div and paragraph. Okay, now what I am doing, hash inner div background color black. Save the code and refresh. Okay, and what color I am taking now? Color is equals to color colon white, semicolon. Save the code. See which CSS will apply now. Okay, refresh. Let me take some other color, aqua, and let me take border save and refresh. See here, we need to remove this commas and space. Save the code and then refresh. Observe, we have border for particular inner div element, so it will become easy for developer to group element in different div tags. Using div tag we can create sections in HTML document, and with the help of external or we can say internal CSS we can easily apply CSS style. Okay, and now one more thing, what I'm doing here, I'm taking blue color, blue, save the code and refresh. So now in inner section paragraph is in blue color, but in internal CSS what I'm doing, color is, we can say, red. Save the code and refresh. Is there any changes? Obviously no. Why? The reason is highest priority will be given to inline CSS, then internal CSS, and after that external CSS. Okay. So this was all about div element. Let me explain once again what we have learned. With the help of div tag, we can create different section in HTML document. So this is one section, okay, and this is another section. This is section 1. This is section 2. Section 2 is inner section of section 1. Okay. Now I can create another section also. See, observe what I have done in outer HTML, in outer division I have taken inner div. Similarly, I can take div id is equals to another div. Here what I can do, here I can take one more paragraph slash p, and this is part of another div. Okay, and let me end the div tag, save the code, and here we need to refresh. See, so how many sections we have? Basically we have two sections. See, this is one section and this is another section, but in section 1 we have subsection. In section 1 we have subsection. Okay, and this is another section. Okay, and with the help of internal CSS I can easily give style to any division or any section of HTML document. Another div, another div, background color is equals to, aqua, semicolon. Okay, so this was all about div tag. What is div? Div element creates section or division in HTML document. Div tag works as a container for other HTML elements, and with the help of the external or internal CSS we can easily provide style to different sections or division of HTML document. So that's it in this session. Let's meet in another section. Thank you.